Well, good morning and welcome to James Goodman's update on Canter Goodies, which is my tipping service, which I started exactly 1 month ago. And it's been a fabulous journey because I really enjoy getting my teeth into something that I want to make a success of. And I made a success of this because the figures show that those of you that subscribed have made a really good money. But I'm going to go through it again and discuss exactly how this whole thing works and how we come to the results that show that we made a profit. So let's talk about the three subscription services that I have. One is the tip sheet, and that's a basic service where you get a tip sheet every day for every day's racing, which show you a best bet, which is a horse I think can win, a best each way, which is a horse I think there's value in, and horses to include in your exotics if you're an exotic player. So those look like the dangers to the best bet and the best each way. Now, how we worked out the profit and loss for this was that we worked on a basis that the best bet, 1 star, would get 100 Rand bet on it, 2 stars, 200 Rand, and 3 stars, 300 Rand. The best each way would get a 50 Rand win and a 100 Rand place. And funny enough, the best each ways worked out very well. They came out doing extremely well. The best bets, difficult because you're doing this type of interaction with you early in the morning and you see things that change. So that's the basic tip sheet. Then I do the 5 big exotics, which is the bipot. So you start with the first leg of the bipot, and I normally tip a bipot worth between anything from 50 odd to 150 Rand. Then, and you can take percentages. Remember, on the tote, the great thing is that you take percentages. We work the bipots to a 1 Rand stake, a full stake, the place accumulator that I tipped, the pick 6 that I tipped, the jackpot 1 and jackpot 2 to a full stake. And at the end of this month, we showed a profit on the tip sheet. Okay, that is your best bet, your best each way, and all your exotics worked out to a stake, the same stake for every single bet that was taken over the month, 35,467 Rand and 90 cents. To the 90 cents we got it. So that is the profit you would have made if you were on the tip sheet for 850 Rand subscription a month. Now, the added bonus that I do for people that are on the tip sheets is that I do a preview for Joburg and Durban for Interbet anyway, and I'm going to forward that to you as well. So you'll get that that service for free as well. Part of the tip sheet service will be the talkover of the race meeting. So you can get the talkover, you can get the tip sheet, you can marry the two together, and you can work out how you're going to go. But my strong suggestion is that you take the same amount of money for the bipot, place accumulator, pick 6, jackpot 1, jackpot 2 every day. What I do is I take 250 Rand and I spend 50 Rand on each of those 5 bets. So I'll take 50 Rand worth of my bipot, which normally works out about 30 or 35%, somewhere around there. Place accumulator, sometimes 20, 30, 40%. Pick 6, 5%, 3%, 7%, 10%, depending on how big the pick 6 is. And none of these exotics that I give you are for a lot of money. They're never more than the pick 6 is never more than 500-600 Rand, which means you can add your own horses. If you like horses, you add them in there as well. Okay, so that's the tip sheet, and that gives you the basic subscription. But then we have the Canter goodies and the tip sheet, which means that you will get telephone calls from me periodically 10 minutes before the off, telling you information you need to know as a punter on what to have a bet on. You might have taken your quartets and trifectas and whatever, but you might be waiting to have a bet on a horse. And I can call you and say, I think this horse is worth having a bet on. Went down to the post pretty well, this or that or the other. I'll give you the reasons why you should have a bet on it. But I also give you reasons why you should not have a bet on a horse. And a classic example was I made Kalida on Thursday at the VAR, an absolute 3-star bet. To me, it couldn't lose the race. It went down to the start like a paraplegic. I really mean it. I was very unimpressed with the way it went down to the start. I made it a 3-star bet because it was the best horse in the race, and it was ready to win. When it went down to the start, I phoned all my Canter Goodies subscribers and said to them, I don't think you can back this. It certainly didn't go down to the start very well, which means you're getting their heads up on what you should be doing closer to the race. And this really helps guys who have a proper punt. Now, how we worked out the Canter Goodies profit and loss sheet is we had 1,000 Rand, an even 1,000 Rand win, and an even 1,000 Rand place. And this is the way I suggest you bet on Canter Goodies. We ended up making from 13 bets a profit. And remember, we take the stake off and we use the tote prices. So tote prices give you the shortest price at the time of the race, because you normally get a better price with your bookmakers 10 minutes before the off than you will on the tote. We made a profit of 9,200 Rand net. Now, this service for the tip sheet and the Canter Goodies cost 2,500 Rand. So you make nearly 4 times your money. Not bad, not a bad return. We also do a service for those of you that just want to have a bet, not interested in exotics or what I fancy or this or that or the other, which is the Canter Goodies service, where you will only get the phone call, and that will be 10 minutes before the off. So it has been an incredible journey to go so far, and we've got a long way to go. It's interesting breaking down the various centers, because I'm new at Kenilworth, the Cape Racing. I don't tip there. And I never have tipped there because I find it very difficult. And Port Elizabeth, I've never tipped on. So now I've included it in the bouquet. You get all the meetings, and you'll see I'm still learning about the form and whatever, because if you look at the profit and loss accounts, the big losses that we've incurred have been at PE and Cape Town. The big profits have been KwaZulu-Natal, where I'm an expert, and Turfentine. But I'm getting better. So, if you'd like to subscribe for September, the details will follow, and you can actually take them down, make an application to us, because what we do is you make an application where we get all your details. We then send you an invoice for the subscription that you want, and you will be immediately put on the service once you've paid. Once we have proof of payment and you've paid, well worthwhile. If you're a punter, or if you're a person that loves racing and loves watching the racing and want to have a bet, you subscribe to my service. I believe it's the best service you'll ever find. Have a great day, and have a good spring day and a good day's punting. From me, James Goodman, goodbye.